And now, Bad Mojo Media Studios presents Passion Driven. This week's show features Garrett Peterson from All Coating Source, Arvada, Colorado.
Bad Mojo Media Studio Productions presents Passion Driven, and I'm your host with the most, Daryl Bates. Today we're back again, only we're not in my studio for a change, we're on the road. We have the distinct pleasure to be in Arvada, Colorado at All Coating Source with Mr. Garrett Peterson and his significantly beautiful better half, Posey. She's somewhere back there. But in the meantime, we're happy to be here. We have so much to talk about. And hang on a minute, apparently we're having some camera difficulties. No? Well, I don't know. Hey, these are the edits we got to throw in there, right? All right, thanks, camera girl. You rock. You're beautiful too, by the way. So let's get down to brass tacks, shall we? We've had a wonderful 3-day event. I couldn't be more proud of what we've accomplished. So I'd like to kind of hear from your perspective what it was you wanted to achieve and what we did, and let's go from there.
Okay. Well, the whole point of this was to come in and teach these installers not the normal stuff.
Right.
They're used to doing the marble and the same old, same old. And I kept telling them, you need to come in here and learn to do something a little bit different.
Yep.
Learn what you can do with this stuff. And I think we achieved that.
Right, right. Well, one of the things that I'm seeing is that metallic epoxy in this decorative industry is just exploding. There's so much happening everywhere right now that it's like I was saying to the class. 10 years ago, first of all, Facebook was just really starting to grow. It's not like it is today. Social media is so different. But back then, you didn't see all of these cool memes and cool pictures and cool videos and epoxy exchange and this program, that platform. And so it was very sporadic. And the few of us that did it were kind of smiled upon. I felt like kind of a rock star, if you want to know the truth, at first, because we would do something that nobody's seen before. They're like, wow,
That's so cool.
But today it's starting to become very normal. If I'm on Facebook, I could be completely not related to any search or any platform, and I'll see all kinds of cool things with decorative concrete, decorative metallic epoxies. So we find ourselves on the the cusp of a big opportunity in the decorative world.
I think you're right. I think what's going on now is that people like us, who started a long time, I'm going to put myself with Bob Harris, who's gone way back, Chris Lavin,
Yep.
They're in the position now where they started this thing, and now we're starting to see these younger guys coming in, like, Hunter Farr, with these
Yep.
Ken, we got Brandon Shiver with Marble Wrap. We
Yep.
got these youngsters that are stepping up and creating all these amazing products. Israel Jackson, same
Yep.
thing. So it's fun to watch these guys grow, and I agree with Bob Harris and guys like you, because
Right.
we want to train these guys, because this is a great business.
And I think it's also too, it's like I was saying earlier, it's the ability to learn at the same time as to share. So as I'm looking at what we achieved yesterday with the group, and more correctly what they achieved with the products that we were using, I seen a lot of very unique things, and not all of them are things that I see all the time, especially not from entry-level people.
Right.
And that's what I'm seeing so much different today, is that they have the benefit to first learn from our mistakes over the last decade and put that to use with new products that weren't available a decade ago,
Right.
and then take that further. And then I can go home having learned something. So it's not just what I taught, it was what I also learned.
And that's the whole point. You come out here,
Yes.
you're learning too, and you're going to be able to pass
Oh.
that on to somebody else.
Yeah, so,
And these young guys that, again, there was only one person I knew that was using spray paint,
right.
and that was Friend.
Yep,
And everybody else was looking at it going, you can do that?
yep,
And you
yep.
could see the look on their faces when you showed them all the different things that you could do.
Yeah. Well, as a shout out, before I saw it on Facebook, before I saw others doing it, I had shared a shop in Wisconsin, and I'll tag my buddy, and his name's Eric Wells, and he owned a very, very cool auto body shop called Sniff and Fumes, him and his younger brother James Wells. And yeah, it was awesome. I mean, their logo was like the nuclear fallout sign with a mask, and
Yeah.
bright yellow and lime green. It was really, really cool. And so I shared a shop with him, and I was playing around all these mica pigments, and I didn't know anything about it really. I was just starting to learn. And he had come in and he had saw all the stuff that I was doing, and he's like, well, have you ever thought about trying to use some paints? He's like, I've got some old Harley Davidson paint left over, like beautiful purple and
Yeah.
some crimson red or whatever, but they were real legit Harley colors, right, with the code number and whatnot. And so I tried them, and they worked phenomenal. I was able to do something different than the normal metallics. And so, I mean, this was a long time ago, and I'm like, wow, this is freaking awesome. And over the years, there's been so many guys like Levi Comstock with his brands and his products that have taken this so much further. And I don't know, again, never would I put my hand up and say, I made this, you know, like there's that one guy who does it all the time in Arizona. What the heck's his name? They call him the Mullet Man.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I can't, Quality Epoxy, I think is what he calls his business, although it's anything but. And when Mr. Mullet Man has decided that he was the one that invented metallic epoxy, period.
Yeah, I like it.
He had, I hold a patent to that, we might as well say that. But anyway, never would I ever say that I've created anything unique in and of itself. We all borrow from others. So if we're musicians, somewhere along the line, we've picked up 5,000 other cool songs we've heard, and somewhere we've taken some of that, not note per note, but it was that influence that helped us get to the next stage. And I think that's where we're at now in our industry.
Yeah, and then, I forgot to mention, Johnny Angel, too. He's another one of those guys that just drives you crazy.
Johnny's
comes up with all these great
coming
ideas.
up with great ideas, great collaborations.
Those are the kind of guys that we see coming forward, and those are the guys you got to root for.
I call him Johnny Danger. Johnny Danger, if you're listening to me. And the reason I call him that, besides he's a bit crazy and I love him for that, there was a disc jockey in Madison, Wisconsin on a rock station called 94.1. And his name was Johnny Danger.
Yeah.
And so Johnny Angel, I just couldn't help it. He's just Johnny Danger to me.
I don't think I ever heard him, but that's all right. I was stuck in Chicago. So
Yeah. He was cool. He went to St. Louis and was on a big radio station. Columbus, Ohio, he was on a big radio station. Then Madison. One of his good friends is the lead singer from Jackal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Jesse James Dupree.
Yeah.
Them two ride motorcycles together. They got long hair and cool dudes. And right. I've met some interesting people over the years in this industry and others. Been pretty blessed. And from your stories, it sure sounds like you've been there.
We've been in and out of places that some we shouldn't have been, and some were okay.
Yeah. Well, you're building a hell of a business here.
Yeah, we're trying. We're coming into our third year. We moved to a new location. We found that to be the best.
Oh, we've had fun here.
Oh yeah, we could be a little bit bigger, but I think we'll get to that point.
Well, you definitely will. Definitely will.
Yeah.
It's just inevitable. The numbers speak for themselves. The people who follow you, the volume of products you're already selling.
Yeah, we're going to try to we can get Denver, you think Denver is a very progressive town. It's not. It's still, it's
got old school.
Really, we got one freeway going down the middle. We got one free going east and west, and that's it.
Well, I'm going to find this out here pretty quick, because when we're done, I'm going to head downtown Denver. And
yeah, you'll find I-25 north-south, then let's see, I-70 east-west.
And that's it, huh?
And then we got this thing they call C-470 and E-470. It's kind of like the Beltway in DC.
Oh, sure.
But nothing to get you anywhere.
So not only that, I suppose too. Oh, by the way, was that on? It was. Thank God. So every once in a while we have technical difficulties. So it's kind of funny. We're like, okay, we're going to take a break for technical difficulties. We'll be right back. One of the cool things about my show, guys, is that I throw a ton of humor in here. I do. I'm very blunt, very honest about what it is I try to achieve and do. And the people who watch my show and follow me love it for that reason.
I want to circle back, because I think what we're trying to do here is we're trying to get the installers here in Denver to understand that there's a whole lot of stuff out there.
Oh, everything.
And we're trying to introduce Mojo Wrap in here. We really want to push Easy Come into this environment, because I think it's really worth its weight in gold and what it can be done and what they provide. Yeah. Relationships is one of the things we talked about. Yeah. And I've talked about it a lot too. It's about building the relationships that matter. And, to be friends with somebody is great. To be a business associate with them is great. But to be able to do both at the same time and build trust and family environment. And so what I see here versus some of the bigger companies is that it's very family oriented. Yeah. I feel like I fit right away with all of your different ethnicity groups that spans the spectrum, which was one of the things that drew me to this when I first got here. Was you had all these different kinds of people from different places in the world. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
All the way from Eastern Europe, all the way, to down south.
Slovakia?
Yeah, Slovakia. Vietnamese. And, it's all good.
What the heck was that? I don't know.
I
don't know, people, but I just heard something cool. So I'll tell you what, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. We'll hear a word from our sponsor, and we'll continue on our awesome story and quest. Be right back.
Excalibur Artisans, in conjunction with Resin Art, brings you amazing products and awesome training opportunities. Using tried and true techniques and constantly adding new and exciting training methods, we can help your model grow. We carry EasyChem, epoxy, and decorative coating products, custom epoxy artwork, beautiful floors, artistic counters, and casting epoxy for river flow tables as well. We can teach individual lessons or advanced lessons for your whole crew on site in sunny Las Vegas or at your location nationwide. We also carry Maverick line of concrete grind and prep machinery. Remember, prep is king. Call Excalibur today at 608-426-1997. Line up your seminar nationwide or in Las Vegas and order your products today.
And we're back again. Daryl Bates from Bad Mojo Media Productions here in Arvada, Colorado with Garrett Peterson at All Coating Source. So we took a little break, had a technical difficulty. One of the dogs, I think, nipped somebody. But other than that, we're back. We're good to go. And we got a lot more to talk about while we still can. So I'm Jill and I are actually taking off tomorrow. We're driving our boat back to Las Vegas. We'll get this show edited and out there. In the meantime, we had such a wonderful opportunity of meeting the people that we did yesterday and in the last 3 days. And they're friends and people that you already know and do business with. So tell me a little bit about your background history. What got you? I mean, you can avoid the R X-rated stuff if you want. Now, maybe we should put some of that on here.
I don't think so.
It'd be a lot more exciting. But I don't censor mine.
Getting here was
so tell me about it.
Been in construction most of my life.
Okay.
Did a lot of concrete work. Ran into a dude about 10, 12 years ago. I saw something that had, I think it was Granite Creek. Mm-hmm. And I saw some stuff that they were doing with overlay systems.
Yep.
It's like so cool.
And it was, and it is.
So I got into that, got a hold of them down there in Phoenix. Mark, I can't remember his last name, but anyway, he said there was a guy up here in Colorado Springs, Bradley Trout, and went down to one of his classes and got in and a little bit of experience with that, and then I found out I needed to do more.
Yep.
And then from there, I went to, I can't remember where I was at. I was doing hotels at the time. Mm-hmm. Ran into a guy that was doing epoxy flooring. It blew me away.
I bet.
And that started from there. So then I came back here and I started pushing a little bit, and then ended up becoming closer friends with Brad.
Yep.
And then we just both started working together and doing, I bought things from him, and then I decided, let's do a business.
Let's do something together.
And so we did. Long story short, we got here. It took 12, 14 years to get here.
Right.
But I don't regret anything that we did here. And the point that we're trying to make here is we talk about relationships.
Oh.
Well, relationships are nice because when people come into the store, I don't want to sell them product.
Right.
I definitely don't want to send them out the door and have them screwed up and come back and say it's the product, because that's the number one thing everybody says.
Don't they? In our industry,
it's
always the product.
Yeah, so we make sure that we work with them, and people call me up at, I kid you not, 2 o'clock in the morning and go, hey, what do I do? And it's like, man, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Are you kidding me? And,
what do you people want from me? No, I'm just kidding.
and then and we're open from 9 to 3, 5 days a week, but we're by appointment on Saturdays and Sundays. But those guys don't listen.
No,
they just call up and go, hey, can I be there in 20, 30 minutes?
And you can't tell them you're here because they're well, I'll be right there.
And they're never here. And then but as an installer, you always know that there can be a time that you need to get a job done, and you got to be done by Monday morning, and you made a mistake.
And you need to count on somebody.
Yep.
And that's
what we do.
Yes, and that's where those relationships that you've built come into play.
Yeah.
When they trust you and they know they can count on you. And it is hard, but it is a family. We are a small niche in a way, although I think the decorative industry has grown beyond a niche by far. But it's still niche in comparison to, say, raw concrete or raw steel construction is such a big part. Definitely, we got the smaller side of things in terms of their budget.
It's growing.
Usually the floor and that kind of thing is a little bit lower on their importance level, unfortunately, but it is changing.
It's growing fast, especially now with this COVID virus thing. We got everybody freaked out. We got so busy, we couldn't believe it.
Well, that's the thing I'm starting to see that I'm really proud of in this country, of us Americans, is that we have really kind of banded together. A lot of us have stayed very busy. Yeah. And I've noticed this uniformly across the board, is that distributors and flooring-based companies have stayed busier than I would have ever expected.
Yeah, we have a hard time getting material.
Manufacturers are having a hard time keeping up.
Right, they're extremely busy.
Yeah. But
I was talking to EasyChem the other day, and going, why is my stuff not here? And Hunter goes, well, I'm 10 days behind.
It's getting there. It's going to be out the door. But one of the things too that he has said to me, and I agree with this, is that despite the ability to grow like they have, they want to pace that growth. So it's not putting them in a bad situation and I have the right help and I have the right product being sent out the door. So I know that they've been working diligently, and that's what I see from a lot of them.
Yeah.
Is that they're behind, but they're taking their time to get whatever they're getting out the door the right way. And as installers, and distributors, whatever, we're all kind of in the same pickle, waiting for trucks, waiting for semis, waiting for the next thing to happen, waiting for money to transfer hands. And
that's the big part. More money, more money. But it's. You get your material, it gets here, it's out the door, people come in, you got more material, it's coming.
It's coming, that's the thing.
It's frustrating.
But then it's a balance of weights and measures, because if we were to get 16 semi-loads in here and then it doesn't move as fast, or there's a slow 2 months, and then you've sat on the product. And
right.
So, right now it's kind of supply and demand is what's driving this whole thing right now.
Yeah, and that's why we carry more than one product.
Yeah, and you're smart too.
We carry 5 different products, and they're all good.
Kind of makes you somewhat unique in the industry.
Yeah,
not everybody does.
And everybody has their own their own preference and what they like.
Yeah.
And when we're out of one, they get to try the other.
They get to try another. So, riddle me this. I mean, how important do you feel training and education is?
I think it's the top. I think it's the most important thing there is, because if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to kill it. You're going to. Yeah, we all learn by mistakes, but do you want to destroy your job, your business? Invest the money.
Invest the time to learn and educate. Right. And if I could go back, I can't say necessarily that I would go back and change everything that I learned the hard way. But that being said, today you don't have to. You don't have to spend the time and make the mistakes that a lot of people did early on, because we have the training available to you. So if you're a distributor and you are groups of good people like I had a chance to meet, the last 3 or 4 days, they will be here to learn. They will learn and train. They will put their best foot forward with the quality products that you've trained them on, and they will make the reciprocating industry continue to grow. And bring quality, opportunities for you, and again, the industry is just continuously growing and adding more and more unique things to the decorative world.
Right, there's a whole lot to learn. I mean, there's the artistic end of it. And your other half shows that.
Jill is brilliant.
She did a great job on that table.
I speak highly of her. She's on my podcast from time to time. She's over there banging her head like a rock star, because she earned it. Once in a while, I get her behind the camera on this side of things, and I poke her, a little bit in her brain to talk to.
I think you should do it more often.
Yeah, I know, right? I wanted a weekly segment with her on that, but she got too busy for a while, and I couldn't even get her to commit to. This is my better half. I mean, you see what I go for? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding, totally. But yeah, that kind of excitement of what these individuals bring to us.
You said it right yesterday. Nobody was paying attention to you. Everybody was around Jill when she was doing that.
Oh, I think we're going to have to take a really quick technical
are.
difficulty break. We'll be right back, audience. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in just a minute.
I forgot to tell you.
Well, you don't have to.
Easy Chem, American made in Jasper, Georgia. Epoxy resins, cementitious products, stains, dyes, and so much more. High build casting epoxy for beautiful casting and river flow tables. Countertop projects that are totally custom and unique in every way. Cementitious products for tables, counters, and other unique projects. Epoxy and other coatings for amazing and unique floors of any size or style. And of course, beautiful stains and dyes for stained concrete, patios, driveways, and more. Easy Chem, better products through better chemistry. Call Easy Chem today at 706-253-5055.
And we're back again. Daryl Bates, your host with the most from Passion Driven. Again with Garrett Peterson and All Coating Source. So, we also actually have a little audience here in the studio today. We've got our Poochies with us, Captain and Cher. I don't know whether you can actually do that or not. I think Chill's going to get the camera down so we can take a look at the Poochies.
Oh, there they are. There's Captain.
There's Captain and there's Cher. Hi, Poochies. They're part of the show for now.
Blue.
And yeah, where's little Blue at?
She's hiding somewhere.
Yeah? You can invite her over too. We can put her on the show. Put her on the show!
Oh, there she is.
And there we go. What a beautiful little girl she is too. So dogs are always forgiving, even if our soundtrack sucks. They're not offended. They're okay with it.
That's great.
I do too. So anyway, thanks for following along with Lynette. We got the camera set back up and we're in good shape. So I want to get back to what we were talking about earlier. Mm-hmm. I know we wanted to talk about the strength of our relationships is one thing that we touched on, and I think we need to continue to keep that in our mindset. Is like whether it's our manufacturers who make the products for us, the end user, the people who buy it from us and install, and the training and the rapport that we can create, families across the board of unified individuals with the same mission to create successful jobs, beautiful art, regardless of what genre it's in, and make money. That's also what this is about. It's not about just getting by. It's also about making money.
Right.
So insofar as that, I've seen amazing things here at your group of people as they're coming in and out. Even through the seminar, you had people in and out the entire time.
Yeah, we were busy.
Here buying products. You
carried
carried quite a bit of different things. Maybe give us a little input.
Yeah, one thing I learned about when we opened up this business, you have to create a relationship with the manufacturer.
Yes.
You're creating relationships with the installers, and you're creating relationships with the public.
That too, very much so.
You're juggling a lot of stuff.
Wearing a lot of hats.
Guys like Mark DeVoe, Chris, and then there's Brad in Ohio, and then you got Jeremy. And you got these guys, and I know what they're going through. And it's kind of bonded us all together as friends. And now we've all learned that, we're going through the same thing. So instead of fighting each other, we're kind of helping each other.
We can work with one another.
Yeah,
and I think
really good.
That's the beautiful thing that I've experienced in the industry is if we reach across the aisle and learn how to be bipartisan, and I can tell you, and I've told you stories as well as you've told me, and everybody else I've worked with, from Johnny to Mark to Chris and everybody else we have or haven't mentioned, they all will say something about somebody somewhere. Like, you'll hear something negative or you hear something about somebody else. Hell, I even have my own stories as I've listened to some of mine. And that's human nature, but if we could put most of that aside most of the time, be better human beings, we can learn how to help one another and elevate not just ourselves and our humanity, but we can elevate the industry so we can all finally earn what we deserve. This is a hard industry sometimes to be in. You eat a lot of shit, you eat a lot of concrete dust, you get full of crap, and you have people that are always unhappy with work that you do because it's very abstract, if you will. It's hard to give them a small sample and they say, yes, this is what I want, and then in turn they're not. So we all have been through this, and we forge relationships to grow from them.
That's what, and you touched on something I find really important. I'm always trying to teach these guys. When you show somebody a sample, you better let them know that that's just what it is. It's on a 2x2 board, and it may not look the same on the floor. So we always tell the guys, why don't you lay down a little 10x10 area and give them a sign off. That works out really good, because then they get a better picture.
If the job is fiscally rewarding enough to do so. So in other words, if it's more than the price of a garage floor, you can afford to do that.
Yeah, a garage floor is a garage floor. You just throw it out there and it's done, right?
Right, it is what it is for the most part, as long as it's done right.
Right.
Done with quality products.
Come on.
I'm just picking on you. So give me some background about who you do work with in terms of manufacturers and companies.
Okay, you helped us locate and become part of the EasyChem family.
Thank God.
And we're very proud. We're very happy with that.
Yep.
I'm extremely happy. I got a great relationship with Brandon Schreiber with Marble Wrap. The kid just blows me away with the stuff in his
talented individual, great brand.
And we work with Cimarron out of Detroit.
Yep.
They have some great stuff, and a shout out to Melvin Milver in Liberty, Missouri.
Okay.
We deal with Rhino.
Yeah.
Rhino Manufacturing does a lot of stuff, from roofing all the way down to your pickup truck. And
Right.
Floors, and they're big time in commercial flooring.
Yeah.
And who else we got? I can't remember. Proline we're trying to get involved with. So yeah, we carry the products, and then we have, I think we have one of the better selections of metallic colors.
I can stand for that because I'm really big into colors. we are always pushed, Excalibur, at my sister company, Excalibur Artisans, we're pushed always for colors.
Right.
For bright, unique, different looks. And sometimes you need a ton of it too. If you're doing a big floor, you may need 35, containers of one color. And so, yes, you have an amazing variety and selection of colors here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this new glitter line coming in.
Well, that's right. I've heard about this. This is going to be kind of one of those amazing stories I keep hearing a little bit about, but never really come to fruition. So, give me some feedback. What are we doing here?
I heard there's this guy named Daryl Bates out of Las Vegas, folks.
Right.
And he's got this line of glitter coming up, and I think we're going to be bringing it online here pretty soon.
I do believe we're going to be doing some of this together. Is that not correct?
That is correct.
So we're going to call it Phoenix.
Yes, we are.
And we're going to do some amazing things. So the glitter industry, to add to what we're already doing, is as funny as it may sound, especially for guys, when they think of glitter, that's their chicks and their kids. But I'm telling you, it's valuable. There's a lot of money in the glitter industry in terms of flooring, decorative counters, artwork. Even Jill has done entire rooms painted with glitter, and it's amazing. So yes, so to have that available to us right now, most of our constituents don't. Right. And if they do carry glitter, it's already secondhand from someone else.
It's always a ton of money, and this is we're your one-stop shop.
Yeah, we're going to be direct from manufacturer to us and to our end users. So be looking forward to that. That's a good one. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, I thought I would. I thought a little plug there for our future.
Yeah.
And what about the chips? We deal with different.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we have chips too. We all day long, folks. $2 a pound.
Yeah.
Don't care if it's an 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch. We get it.
You got a lot of that in stock, and that's good stuff.
You don't have to go to Torganol to get it, because we get the same stuff.
That's right. So just remember, all coating source of Colorado, or all coating source, Garrett Peterson, and I'm going to try to recite your number off the top of my head to see if I can remember it.
Do.
It is 720?
Yes.
328?
Got it.
2888. There you go.
Easy number to remember, folks.
I remembered that. I'm pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Forget what day it is, but I remember your number.
Yes, thank
you. You're welcome.
The other one was a little bit harder, but this one's not too bad.
How else can everybody get a hold of you?
Call me. My number,
Right.
303-709-7674, and I'm not repeating it.
Screw you all. The other got it, you're screwed now. Email?
You can reach us at Garrett, that's Gert, at allcoatingsource.com.
Excellent. Now, your website working on, or is it up and running?
It's coming real quick. We
Okay,
have
good
Mr.
deal.
Chris Lavin working on that, and I think we're going to be launching next week.
That will be a good one. Then you'll have a good network and a good teammate there.
We're really excited to hook up with Chris. We really
So you are working with Chris Lavin. And
as soon as this website's up and done, then we start getting into this serious collaboration.
That's where and this has been something that I've talked about a lot.
Thanks to you, Daryl.
Well, that's very cool.
Go down that road.
Good. Chris has always been someone I've talked about a lot on my show. I bring him up frequently. He's somebody I look up to. I aspire to his success level. He's equal opportunity individual.
Yes,
if you're willing to earn, he's willing to help you find spots and ways to do that and see you successful. And so that's what it's all about. It's about collaborations. He's had Jill and I down recently to do a river table seminar, and she created some beautiful koi fish.
Unbelievable, by the way.
Beautiful work. Always very beautiful. All right, back to the show.
Yes.
All right.
Snap out of it.
So we've got other things to consider too. As an example, I believe that we're going to be doing some more training together.
Yes, we are. We're going to come up with some different ideas. I think when we get glitter going, I think we really need to get people to understand how to use this stuff.
And that's the thing. Glitter sounds easy to use, right? And it's not rocket science, but it is different.
Yeah.
I was going to say equipment. We have
as well.
Equipment, yeah.
Let's talk about
that. By the
that.
way, we want to talk about who we want to bring in. We're looking at getting some American-made product.
Hey, that's a
And by the
good
way,
thing to
everything
mention.
that is in our shop, folks, is American-made.
That's right. So it's from the good old-fashioned American-made products that we're looking for. And really from Bad Mojo Media's perspective and Excalibur Artisans as well, that's really what I lean on. I work with EasyChem, I work with some other companies in America that are American-made. Now I want to throw this out there to the audience because Garrett and I and others in our industry, I talked with Jeremy Wilkerson just the other day, and others, we're looking for American-made brands that would benefit Americans, benefit our companies, benefit our country and our growth. So if you like what we're doing, if you want to play a role, if you're a quality manufacturer that we're not aware of, reach out to us, give us a call. You can reach me at badmojomedia@gmail.com. You can reach me at 608-426-1997. You'll find me on Facebook under Bad Mojo Media and Excalibur Artisans. or reach out to Garrett, give Garrett a call or an email, and let us know how we can use your brand or your products to better our companies and our industry as we continue to elevate that. And also, as training seminars are lined up, we'll start talking about that more. We'll do some remote podcasts where we can give some updates, keep things fresh and moving every single week as we grow and do more exciting things. So,
well, we're here in Colorado. We're open for business now, so we're
Oh yeah.
The restrictions are down.
Yeah.
We still have to follow the rules to a degree. We do,
Right.
I promise.
Well, you're not letting any grass grow under your feet. And I'm glad
we're
to see
not.
that.
And so we'll starting next week. We're gonna start getting some schedules together. So we'll get you
Okay.
back here too. And I'm trying to get. I got Bob Harris to say he'd come out here, and I just gotta lock him up.
Very cool.
Get Jeremy Wilkerson out here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So we're
The
gonna-
carbon guys and girls of the industry, I want to see our relationship
Oh, my
grow with
gosh,
them.
yeah.
There's so much that we can benefit from them. I've also seen, and I'm just going to mention this really quick. This is a good example. So I'm friends with Ryan Wolfrath, and he owns the Curbing Depot,
Yeah.
bigger company. They sell a lot of quality products. They train, they educate. And him and I are actually going to do some collaboration together, and I'll fill you in a little bit
Good.
more. But what I'm noticing is a lot of the curbing guys have an interest in epoxy.
Yeah.
And it's awesome because a lot of them are in cold weather climates where in the winter they're slow and they don't have the business. So inside where you can do flooring in garages and commercials and homes, commercial and properties and industries, it's a great environment to switch to. So I'm starting to see these collaborations, and I think that's pretty awesome. And it just so happens it's the last company that Jill and I worked with. We had a training seminar in-house, a personal in-house training seminar. And you know what? Number one rule in the industry, turn your phone off. But we'll accept that. It's okay. We're not going to. But the last company that I trained personally in my shop, they were all curbing people. They had a curbing, it's called Cutting Edge Curbing from Idaho, but kind of around the Twin Falls area. So it's pretty cool to see that how these similar individuals are looking for other opportunities in our industry. So I'm going to say this too: if you're into concrete, if you're into curbing, if you're into carpentry or carpet cleaning, and you're looking for more opportunities, give us a call and see if we can't help you out and be a part of the business. So we're going to take a quick break. We might actually wrap this one up. So in the meantime, again, you can reach us at 608-426-1997 for Bad Mojo Media, and you can reach Garrett at 720-328-2888.
That's right.
And we're going to be back again.
You just
to
saw an
talk
example.
more.
We are open 24 hours a day.
That's right. That's why Garrett's phone was ringing. That's a good thing. That's more people winning more products. So good news all around. Thanks everyone for following. We're going to add links to the video version of all this, so you can actually see what we were doing and watch the video beyond just a radio app version. And we hope to see you all again soon. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Daryl Bates from Bad Mojo Media, and
Garrett Peterson, Mall Coating Stores, Colorado.
all right. God bless everyone. There you go.
Sorry about